Today we're going to have a fun one. We're going to talk a little bit more about my 2015 Lamborghini Huracan. Does it get any better than this? Honestly, does it get any better than this? This is my 2015 Lamborghini Huracan, and today I want to take you for a ride in it and tell you a little bit more about my car. Man, that thing's mean. Finished in Verde Mantis, one of the best Lamborghini greens out there. This car is lowered on 2-inch HRE lowering springs. Also sitting on AG Luxury 21-inch, I believe, 3-piece wheels. This is actually my first set of 3-piece wheels, and man, these things are beautiful. One of my favorite things to do, and most people don't think of it as a mod, but this car does have full PPF all over it, paint protection film. When you're out ripping on the back roads and you're in a group of a lot of cars, you don't want to run the risk of having rock chips and damage. So I have the entire front clip done, as well as the mirrors, the lower parts down here, and I think I have my A-pillars up here as well. Another cool thing about this car that's not stock is this wing that's on it. It's a full carbon wing. I recently had the uprights repowder coated because I didn't like the look of them. Replaced it all with stainless hardware as well. Look at that ass end. For everybody who doesn't know it, the way you open these doors, there's a couple different ways you can do it. You actually can hit on the key, the unlock, and they'll automatically pop out for you. Or, if they're not, you just walk over, push here, grab it with your hand, and pull out. It's got the comfort seats installed. All contrast stitching. Let me show you one of the coolest things about this car is the engine bay on it. I happen to love the forged carbon fiber. I'm not sure if all of them are optioned that way, but it just looks great on the Huracans, and I'm really happy that this one actually has that in the spec. So here, let me show it to you now. A cool fun fact about a Lamborghini, and all Lamborghinis are this way, is when you take a look and you're actually standing in the middle, I don't know if you could see it here, I'll see if I can zoom in and show it to you. The engine actually sits off-center inside the chassis. So it doesn't sit perfect, especially with the brace, you can see it. The engine sits a little bit to the left. Over here in the front is where your boot is. Best way to open the boot, bring your hand over here. Latch is right underneath in there. Squeeze the latch, open up, and there you go. Now, it's not a huge amount of space, but there's actually a decent amount of space in here. I have other cars that have had less space in the boot. Let's see what you get. Factory, these cars come with a couple cool things. In here, you have a tool. No, it is not labeled Lamborghini like Ferraris do. But you have a tire inflator. Little screwdriver. Does it say Lamborghini on it? No. Oh, that's terrible. Come on, Lamborghini. Step up your game. All right, let's check in here on this side. I don't actually remember what's in these things. It's been a while since I peeked. What is that? Oh, never even knew I had it. There's your factory tow hook. For anybody wondering, by the way, your battery is hidden behind here, and it's not the cleanest thing, but this is how I plug mine in. I have put the trickle charger loop that comes out, and then I plug it in through there. Check how cool these lights are, by the way. I don't know if this will come across on camera really well, but man, these things are awesome. I love all the designs in the lights. Here, you can see it there a little bit on camera. How cool is that? Now, when it comes time to shut it, the best thing that I like to do is I like to grab it, come down here, give it a first click, put your fingers right here on the edge, and give it a little push. This car does actually have a Soul Performance exhaust on it as well. It's one of the things I forgot to mention earlier. So it is a catback system on this car. sounds absolutely mean. Nothing pops and bangs like a Huracan does. All right, guys, now I think it's only appropriate that we take a couple minutes, we hop in this car, and we go for a ride, and I show you what owning a Lamborghini is all about. So what you're going to do is put your foot on the brake, going to lift up and press the start button, kind of like a fighter jet, which is cool. Close that, and you're going to see your display here. You're actually limited till the car warms up. You're limited to the RPM range of anything under 6,000 RPMs. You definitely want to make sure you let these things warm up for a while before you go ahead and drive them. Other thing over here is you got some temperature gauges. You have your oil pressure, oil temperature, and the charging system. Here you have your window switches, front lift, traction control, and hazards. Very easily designed with Audi influence. Really easy to understand. Cool thing I want to show you guys really quick is I don't like driving in the display where you get to see the map and the tach so small. So if you come over here and you press and hold this button, it actually changes your heads-up display on your dash. Press and hold it again, and that's what I love, is the full tach mode. And of course, you got to change it out of Strada and put it in at least sport mode, but let's be honest, Corsa mode, that's the only way to drive this car. In the world of Lamborghinis, there's such great cars out there. I absolutely love my Murcielago, and nothing compares to that. But the Huracan is such a special car because it's truly a usable car. It's reliable, it's fast, it sounds great, it's so engaging to drive, and Lamborghini just absolutely killed it with the Audi influence. And I just have to say that Lamborghini did such a great job when they designed this car. Let's give it a little pull here. I call this car my asshole car because no matter where you're driving it, you can't stop being an asshole in this car. The Soul Performance exhaust is just awesome on this car. You could do it on cue, ready? Every time you downshift. If you could only own just one Lamborghini, as much as I love the Murcielago and it truly has a soul and it's my favorite car I've ever owned, if you could only own one Lamborghini and you wanted something that was reliable and a lot of fun to drive, then this right here is the car for you. It's an iconic car that's going to live on for a long time. It is heavily produced, and they did make a lot of different variations throughout the years. They did the LP610-4, they did the 580-2, they did the Performante, which is just, wow, Performante is beautiful. They also went ahead and did the Strato, they did the STO, which is the off-road variant, which is, actually no, I take that back. The STO is the track variant, the Strato is the off-road, which is just kind of cool. But for as many as they made, the Huracan's just a wonderful car. All right, let me give it a little bit of rev, see if you guys can hear it. It just sounds so good. Thanks for being here today, guys. Thanks for going for a ride with me in my Huracan. I absolutely love this car, and I hope you do too. I plan on doing a lot more videos with the Huracan as well as with the Murcielago. In the next week or so, we should have a big update coming, possibly even our first drive video. Hint, hint, first drive video in the Murcielago, so make sure you follow along for that. But I want to say thanks for being here today, guys. Thanks for watching these videos. Make sure you subscribe. We're on our way to 1,000 subscribers, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Thanks.